Welcome to this weekend's edition of Mocs News. I'm Harrison White.
And I'm Jenison Owens.
This week marks the end of SGA week and elections, and SGA hosted events to give students the opportunity to vote for Senate seats for next semester. With the slogan Mock the Vote, they had a kickoff party at Chamberlain Pavilion Monday, along with hosting tables at the UC throughout the week, which included kiosks where students can vote from. Snacks and cakes were also provided as an incentive for those who voted, along with buttons and stickers. Voting closes at 5 p.m. today, and the newly elected Senate will be active come spring 2015.
Net neutrality is slowly gaining more attention, especially with the final decision by the FCC nearing. Net neutrality is the principle that Internet service providers must treat access to all information equally. The FCC made a shocking announcement in April of this year that providers such as Comcast and Verizon would be able to control connection speeds for companies such as Netflix, Google, by providing faster speeds for companies who were able to pay higher prices. After overwhelming response to this decision, the FCC has been working to reach a new set of regulations that will ultimately be decided in December. President Obama commented earlier this week urging the FCC to keep providers from blocking or slowing down the Internet content that may stifle future Internet expansion. UTC students are speaking out in favor of net neutrality, but also with concern on how the FCC's decision may affect the future of Internet use.
There shouldn't really be anybody in control over how fast the internet is, and we shouldn't have to pay more to big companies just so they can be content with giving us their service, I guess.
I think that's a service that we should be striving to provide the best available at all times. Obviously, I understand that money is a constraint with, revitalizing those networks and really optimizing them, but I definitely think that's something that shouldn't be behind any sort of paywall.
For now, we will just have to wait and see how the FCC reacts to the rising concern over their upcoming decision.
Temperatures have dropped drastically from the previous week, and now we're starting to feel a winter preview as we approach the break. Courtney Myrick has more on your Mocs Weathercast.
Hey Mocs, Courtney Myrick here with your Mocs Weathercast. Grab your scarves, your jackets, the boots, whatever you can, because you're going to experience a freeze in the Chattanooga area for the next 10 days. I'll let you know more in your 7-day forecast coming up. These next 10 days will be much colder than usual, with weekend highs in the 40s. Your morning will be especially cool, with highs in the 20s and 30s. Normal temperatures for this time of year are highs around 61 and lows around 39. The area is unusually cool for this time of year, with the average low being our high right now. We are below average on rainfall by 6.55 inches. Our record high was 80 in 1958 and 12 in 1914. With this cold blasting through the area, we're edging around that record low. Taking a look at your 7-day forecast, today and tomorrow will be partly cloudy and very chilly, with highs in the 40s. Sunday and Monday is when you're going to pull those rain jackets out again. It's highly likely showers will be rolling through the Chattanooga area. Tuesday actually has a high of only 37 now, and take a look at these lows, 20s. Remember to keep jackets by. Following these few showers early in your week, the weather is looking just partly cloudy and clear. This cold weather is going to be sticking around for quite some time now, so be prepared. All right, Mocs, that was a look at the cold weather heading your way. Everybody bundle up and have a great rest of your week. I'm Courtney Myrick with Mocs News.
Former CNN White House correspondent Dan Lothian returns for a second visit to UTC this fall. Lothian spoke to students in the communication department about the importance of writing skills in the news. Senior Amy Beam says this is a good chance to learn from an experienced reporter.
It's a really wonderful opportunity for students to get a secondary sort of opinion on the real world application of a communication major.
Lothian was also featured in an on-air interview with The Perch. He wants to give students insight into the field of broadcast journalism and the news media field.
I want to sort of spark some enthusiasm to let them know that this is an exciting field, and there are a lot of challenges that didn't exist in the past, but there are also a lot of opportunities.
There are 3 more visits scheduled for the spring semester. The next lectures will be on January 13th and 14th.
With the stress from schoolwork and the semester coming to a close, students got to take a break from class and feel like a kid again. Students of Positive Psychology class coordinated HappyFest for their final exam in McClellan Gym. The students took the concepts they learned to apply and share with the campus.
How music can boost serotonin and make you happy, how being able to regress back to some childhood play can be beneficial for you. So everything we're doing has a purpose, but it's their opportunity to show everyone through what we have planned here that they can have fun, and it makes the campus community happy as well.
Painting, volleyball, and water pong were a few of the activities students got to do and also enjoy free treats.
The HappyFest is really fun. It's a good way for a lot of different students to meet each other and interact. Also a good way to blow off some steam. I'm a mechanical engineering student, so when I heard about this, I was like, oh cool, out of class, go play around, have fun, free food. It's really cool, I like it.
Honestly, I'm having the greatest time, and I feel like a child because I think that this is something we really needed. I think I'm at a really stressful time in school, and I think other people are too. And I think this is really fun to come and just watch other people have fun, and then you have a good time as well.
The Positive Psychology class will be planning another event next semester around exam time for the community to relieve stress and have fun. Monday was Women in the Military Appreciation Day, which was hosted by the Student Veterans Organization at the Lupton Library. The program was a cause aimed at letting students know the history and impact of women in the force throughout the years since World War II. This is one of many things that student veterans have been doing to prepare for the red, white, and blue color run that's happening tomorrow. They're also raising funds to maintain a new lounge they are opening up for student veterans.
This Veterans Day, the physical therapy students were treated with a special presentation by Army veteran Gary Linfoot. The former Army helicopter pilot came to present new technology for walking, called the Exoskeleton, to students studying physical therapy. After an aircraft accident in Iraq, Linfoot was instantly paralyzed from his navel down.
T12L1 paralysis was instant, and that was in May of 2008. Retired from the Army 2 years later. 2 years after that, I was first introduced to the exoskeleton, and that's what we're here demonstrating today.
Daughter Kylie Linfoot invited her father to demonstrate the exoskeleton to students to present the future of technology. She said the initial reaction to news of her father's accident was tragic, but the family has hope for the future of the exoskeleton progression.
Did a lot of research, got in touch with the right people, and an organization called Infinite Hero, they funded him to set him up with this bionics exoskeleton, which enables him to walk. It's in its infancy stage is what they say as far as what it can do, but it's quickly progressing into something to where hopefully it'll become an obsolete piece of machinery to where he can just put it on in the morning, go to work, come home, and nobody would know that he's a paraplegic.
With assistance from his wife, Linfoot demonstrated how he uses the exoskeleton machine to walk with little effort. The exoskeleton can only be used on flat surfaces, so since January, Linfoot and his family have been working with the machine mostly in his home. This study of the exoskeleton that Linfoot is participating in gives him a lot of hope for the future.
It's given me a different outlook on life. I'm pretty excited about where we are with this technology and where it's going. Keep in mind, in 2008, when I was injured, this technology, was not in production. It was just a thought on a drawing board somewhere. So really, in a relatively short amount of time, this idea has come to fruition. Now we're actually seeing the actual machine out there.
UTC Theater Department is in the midst of rehearsing and getting ready for their opening night of their next production, The Good Person of Setzuan, coming up on Tuesday, November 18th. Assistant Director Rebecca Rouse says the audience should not expect a clear representation of the real world. Rouse says the language in the script is heightened beyond what you would find in normal conversation. The male and female lead characters are both played by student Maya Abram.
The last home game of the football season proves to be a game changer for the Mocs, as they found a spot in the playoffs this season after a 31-13 win over Wofford, their first in 30 years. They're undefeated in the Southern Conference, making the SoCon champions, and will step out of conference tomorrow to go against Tennessee Tech in Cookeville.
Comedian Mark Normand kept the audience in the University Center laughing Thursday evening at UTC's Last Comic Standing. The event was coordinated by CAB and was a free competitive comedy event with student performances. Normand's stand-up act included audience input, and his jokes were from responses from the students and the adults in the audience.
That does it for this edition of Mocs News. Thank you for joining us. Be sure to check out our videos uploaded throughout the week to YouTube.
We air on the UTC TV channel 2.1, so tune in. The Mocs basketball team makes their seasonal debut today at home against Hiwassee at 5:30, and the Lady Mocs also debut tonight at home against Villanova at 7:30. So be sure to support your Mocs. Have a great weekend from all of us here at Mocs News.